I'm gonna just take this conversation in a different angle. So I'll lead with this. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm Mr. Short by day now. So I gave up sports writing and decided I want to be a teacher. Me and Davarus been talking about doing this podcast for about a year, but he recently moved back to Mississippi, so we want to wait. He wanted to wait till he get a bit more settled. He has kids of his own. And I teach kids by the day, but I got the itch to kind of come back and do more sports talk. So I think one thing people have to understand, and I teach at the elementary level, these kids are different. And I know these are older kids, but these youngins are different. I thought it froze for a minute. But I know we look at it a certain way, them doing all this stuff, but these kids don't look at it this way as far as some of those things. Now, us coming from a different era, especially me and the bars coming from dudes playing songs like Head Bustle, We Ready, all these songs before the game, getting lit, getting crunk in the locker room. And these guys, they just ain't on it. No. So y'all might look at him like, man, these ain't all right. And I saw a lot of former players kind of talking about it, and they're like, man, this ain't it. But these dudes don't care.
No, they don't.
And it don't mean what you think it means. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, like within the school system and different things like that, some of the stuff is just like normal stuff, even at a younger age. So we could talk about being a little feminized or being a little whatever, but they really aren't looking at it that way. To them, it's just a dance. And people consider being criticized, but there's a song that's really hot right now. The song of the summer is Spin That. And it's by a female rapper who dated Diddy.
Yeah.
And you got dudes doing the dance that was created is by a 19-year-old black male. So I say that to say, like, these kids are different. So I think, I was looking at it like, man, what we doing? We got Boosie coming in. I was like, man, this ain't it. Folks going, man, 0 and 12 loaded, all this stuff like that. But one thing people got to realize, one of those players was our star cornerback, Kelly Jones. Like, they're going to have to see him.
Right.
And then I would implore everybody, look around the SEC and look at what some of the other football players posting too. Like, so, like, they all doing stuff. So, Davarus, what is this, your thoughts on this? And again, Davarus didn't say at the beginning, but he did say that he was a retired veteran. So he was in the position of having to lead a lot of these junior soldiers who are close to probably these kids' age. What did you kind of see even at that age group when you were kind of having to lead them?
Hey, me being in the military, we had to integrate this stuff early. So I was able to, change my mind on some of this stuff at an early age. Like, I think we started integrating more of your letters later on. It was like 2011. I want to say 2011, and we started seeing more of the feminized stuff in the male culture, and female culture started becoming more, the stuff that wasn't common. As we had don't ask, don't tell, right? Once we lifted that, you start to see more of the feminized culture, right? And then it just trickled on down, right? So either, hey, these young kids don't care. All the stuff that we had priorities of, that we moved by, they don't care about that anymore. And you got to remember, they're kids. And I can remember, right, in our locker rooms, we did some questionable stuff too. It's a lot of things.
I'm glad Facebook and TikTok went around when we was that age.
Right, exactly. Now it's being aired out because everybody has access. Everybody has access to everything that you do now, right? To be honest, you can't even walk outside. You're on camera. Everything that you do is on camera now. You know what I'm saying? You can walk outside, unbeknownst to yourself, you're on camera. Just remember that. Everybody's house has a camera on it. Every light pole pretty much got a camera on it. Yeah, everywhere you go, your every move is on camera. It's just the culture now, right? Well, so stuff that you can't hide, it's not going to be hidden anymore. And people just don't care. That is not the type of environment that we live in nowadays.
Well, and it's like people getting way more access. Like I told people, like when I was younger, like say I'm into wrestling or I'm into watching certain things, or athletes especially. Say like in LeBron, I'm a big LeBron fan. Y'all probably because I'm a big LeBron fan, but more so LeBron has probably been one of the more insulated athletes. You don't really hear much about what he got going on. But a lot of these guys, even rappers or people of that way, they're not really just rappers anymore. They're influencers. Like you see them as they're making the records, or some of the streamers are like actual rappers, or it's like you see everything. One of the things I've been paying attention to is AB and Dean's. It's all over everybody's timeline. Them doing the 45 day like lock-in or whatever. So you're getting to see. Somebody was like, man, that dude makes a comeback. Out of my people that know boxing said that ain't gonna happen. But if he makes a comeback, we're essentially somebody like you're seeing, because somebody's like, if that's really what they're doing and they're being intentional about it, him making a comeback, and you're going to see it every day. It's like they're making movies right in front of us. Everybody now, for someone that like I don't have children of my own, but I have kids every day. Davarus has children of his own.
Right.
It is very dangerous. And like I think
it is.
And it goes into that even with this conversation with these kids. Like you're giving people access to everything.
Right.
People are formulating opinions. So I mean, we know what they're trying to say about these boys, but like Davarus said, when we're in high school, like people did stuff. It's just everybody didn't know about it. And it would be weird stuff, probably worse than this actually. And you're like near real. We say, trust me, boy, like there'll be a lot of people being a lot of interesting conversation. They knew how people operated when they were that age. But you know, you do this stuff in the locker room, and them guys aren't thinking about like, I think you touched on it, like the don't ask no tell.
Yeah.
So before that, when things were more secretive about like people being a certain way, that was like a big deal. Like somebody like, even especially at a young age, nobody wanted to show around their grandparents. Like, so I even remember a couple years ago, I think we were at a repast after one of my cousins passed away, and my grandma saw some of my cousins doing the same type of foolishness. And she was like, you know, old folks have certain words.
Right. Yeah.
I think exactly. You know, they say stuff like that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that's the, I mean, it ain't us being overly deep, it's just the real of it. Me teaching kids, him having children, and a lot of people that's really understanding how this generation is just a little different.
Right.
And I think that's what people have to understand. And I think it's fun, it's all fun and games, but even the aspect of they have to understand. So we just take Kelly Jones. I think I don't even know who the other guys in the video were, to be honest with you, but him somebody, how you already come into the NFL with that marker you shoot.
Right.
Not mark, but you know, guys gonna be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Even if you just doing it for fun and games,
right?
People looking at you funny,
right?
And even something simple as, even though it's a little different, like a Travis Hunter, you know, all the jump with his girl and stuff like that. You think that don't make it look like a sucker or a simp coming into? I mean, these are words people don't. This stuff people think about. You come to an NFL locker room, you're losing respect. So Kelly Jones can go earn it through like just playing football and being good. But there's also the aspect of, just like the same way, that don't mean you walk around hiding everything. But it was almost a good thing about not showing everything about yourself.
But then it also just so, man, I'm out here having fun doing what I love to do. At the end of the day, I'm out here having fun doing what I love to do. And if you can go out there and do that, I'm fine with it. You know what I'm saying? Go do all the little crazy dances you want to do. That's you. You have to live with that. I don't. But what I do want to see is you can show up on Saturday and play at a high level. That's what I want to see. All that other stuff that you do in the locker room don't mean nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I would advise them to kind of focus more on ball. That'll probably be my only thing, and I think that's what people talking like, man, if Bayless were here, he would do this. But like, man, all I want you to do is focus on ball. That's all I want you to focus on. So,
but you gotta understand. You gotta understand, man. Like I used to tell my old troops and stuff, hey, man, we gotta have fun too, right? I got it. I'm focused. You know what I'm saying? We ain't the greatest fighting force in the world for no reason. You don't think we have fun? Yes, of course, we have fun. And they're all right to have fun. You can't focus on ball 24/7. If not, it's going to turn you crazy. You know what I'm saying? You can't think about the outcome before it even happens, right? One thing the military taught us, right? We always train for the worst case scenario, right? We never train for when do things do go right, right? What do we do when it does go right? No, we want to be able to react to what goes wrong, right? When it happens. So it don't mean nothing, you know what I'm saying, to me. If what's happening between those white lines when they line the ball up, you know what I'm saying? That's all that matters, right? Yes, just because I'm dancing and having fun don't mean I ain't locked in.